A turning point is coming in the Donetsk direction, and at this time, Russian units are advancing near Ugledar. Therefore, in connection with the threat of operational encirclement, the armed forces of Ukraine are concentrating their reserves on Ugledar and are also urgently forming anti-tank systems to counter the Russian armed forces. To date, Russian troops continue the systematic cleansing of Pavlovka. However, the northern outskirts of the village are still under fire from the opposite bank of the armed forces of Ukraine. However, most likely, the armed forces of Ukraine will be forced to move away from their positions, since they no longer need to hold the settlement. On this map, you see Ugledar, and very close to it is Pavlovka, which has practically come under the control of the Russian army. The distance from Pavlovka to Ugledar is 4 kilometers, which is 7 to 10 minutes by car. However, if we consider the distance not from the center, but from the end of Pavlovka to the first high-rise buildings of Ugledar, then this is only a couple of kilometers. And according to the statement of the commander of the battalion Vostok Alexander Khodakovsky, having taken Pavlovka on the sector of the front, the Russian troops need to move further, to Ugledar. But the coming days will show how events will actually develop, because, understanding the current situation, the armed forces of Ukraine are pulling reinforcements to Volodar. To date, fighting is still going on in the area of the settlement of Pavlovka, and the armed forces of Ukraine are constantly transferring reserves to Pavlovka, and according to Alexander Khodakovsky, the armed forces of Ukraine even managed to break into the settlement itself. Village. However, Russian troops are tightening the ring around the semi-encircled Ukrainian group, and in order not to be surrounded by the armed forces of Ukraine, they will have to move away from Pavlovka. Meanwhile, from the previously occupied heights south of Novomykhailovka, Russian units launched powerful artillery strikes on the fortified areas of the armed forces of Ukraine and entrenched themselves in the southern and eastern parts of this settlement. And to the north of Novomykhailovka, the cleaning of the central streets of Maryanka continues, and the expansion of the security zone around the Donetsk agglomeration continues. And at this stage, the Russian troops entrenched themselves on the lines occupied the day before on the southeastern outskirts of Novomykhailovka. Also, the Russian parts of the Far East have concentrated their efforts on fire control of the Konstantinovka-Ugledar road and are striking at the fortified areas of the armed forces of Ukraine. By the way, Konstantinovka is a junction of roads that supply the Ugledar grouping of the armed forces of Ukraine. Therefore, having lost the supply of Ukrainian troops, it will not be easy to keep the defense.